Welcome everybody to Eternal Kings Motorcycle Society, King's Corner 62425. Thank you for tuning in to us here. Um, just want to start off right off the bat. We're going to dive right in today. For those of you that have subscribed or shared or liked or followed any of our content, the greatest appreciation goes to y'all. So thank you for that. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, follow, do all that, make comments, ask questions, visit our pages like our website, things like that. So thank you. A couple other things to shout out. I always like to start by shouting out our sponsors. They help make everything possible. So big shout out to our sponsors. Currently, right now, we got Brad Johnson Injury Law. Big shout out to Brad and his team. If you are hurt at all, any type of injury, I know you guys have heard me say this, whether it's motorcycle, whether it's car, whether it's trip and fall, whatever it is, have him review. So 1-800-3-INJURY, have him and his team review whether or not you can, have a case or what have you, right? I'm not an attorney, neither are many people. So don't ask a bunch of friends and family that stuff. Save that directly for the attorney and his team. They do this every day. So 1-800-3-INJURY. That shout out to Brad Johnson Injury Law. You can visit him on his website as well. I'm sure he has that set up so you can find him there. We also have Mesa Computer Repair. Gentleman over there named Sluggo is who we call. And that guy does great work. He's active in the community. He rides motorcycles. So if you're in the motorcycle community and you're tuning into this, obviously, why not give the business when it comes to computer repair or even maybe buying a used computer to somebody that's also in the motorcycle community? Not to mention, this individual goes above and beyond to help organizations and help charity, not to mention like he helps ours, of course. So if you have a computer, for example, that needs to be refurbished or what have you, and you don't know what to do with it, you can give it over to him. He'll refurbish it. And if you're okay with it, he can sell it. And then the profit or proceeds from it, he will actually donate back to Eternal Kings, which is an amazing, amazing thing. Can't say enough. Thank you, Sluggo with Mesa Computer Repair. We also want to shout out, as always, Matic Insurance. It's a company that I work for, company that U-Turn works for. And it is an insurance agency / brokerage. Normally, they work with homeowners who are with lenders that we are partnered with. However, we will help the general public. There is no like add-on agency fees or brokerage fees because most of what we do is tied to those mortgage lenders. So we don't pass that along to any of those people that just give us a call or what have you. We do home, auto, umbrella, jewelry, flood, earthquake. We work in multiple states across the U.S., not just this beautiful state of Arizona, but I have an insurance license in multiple states. This particular company, Matic, though, did also go above and beyond. Like I said, why they're a sponsor of ours is they actually sponsored us Q1 of this year with their Matic Cares program. And part of that Matic Cares program is they partner with a bunch of different organizations and they help to, help those other organizations fulfill goals that they might have. We went out, we served in the community alongside, members of the Matic family. We were able to put together care packs and hand out care packs alongside serving food to like 140 plus people over in Mesa, which was a beautiful thing. So shout out to that for sure. Shout out to Gypsy for joining our live here. She is a member of Eternal Queens. If you'd like to see more content of her, by all means, chime into the comments, send us a message, let us know. She's actually been featured on one of our other previous lives talking about the Eternal Queens and what they do for our organization. And we'll get into that more, of course, on this live a little bit because we have some pretty cool stuff to cover. So those are our sponsors. We also are working in conjunction or previously worked in conjunction with Freddy's Steak Burgers. We've done some fundraisers over there. So shout out to them. Done fundraisers, or we're going to be doing a fundraiser at Red Robin, as many of you know. And, Panera Bread is also in that same parking lot vicinity. So they're going to be doing stuff as well. So shout out to both of them for making it possible for us to fundraise using their facilities. And let's get into it. So that's our sponsors. So first talking point today, obviously, thank you, U-Turn, for continuing to join, in here with our live, and, just kind of co-hosting in case some questions come up at the end. I like to make sure we can spot check so we don't miss anything. We try to make it most that we can out of these lives. Purpose is to fulfill, any questions or updates that we possibly can. Make sure everyone knows about any upcoming meetings or things that we have going, or meetups, I should say, like events or rides or what have you. As many of you know, here in Phoenix, it is super, super hot right now. However, we still got some stuff going on. So I want to get into that. Also, shout out to my brother Killswitch. He's an integral part of the Eternal Kings and everything that the Eternal Kings stand for. So shout out to him for what he does with the organization here too. But yeah, so in terms of updates and in terms of things that we got going on. So if you've tuned into our lives previously, we're going to be helping out a little girl who named Harmony, who actually, is an autistic little girl. She was 10, turning 11 on the 23rd of this month. So just yesterday. So happy official birthday to Harmony. Please join me in saying happy birthday to her. Absolutely. But she lost her, I believe, mother during COVID, and her adoptive parent, basically reached out to us. She worked with, or happened to work with, somebody who has affiliation to Eternal Kings, in the regard of, like, she knows of us and, kind of works alongside of us. And actually that particular person is started the maiden process with us here. She was previously an Eternal Queen, and she actually is coming back to the organization, which is awesome, by way of doing her maidenship process and earning her way through, which is exciting for Eternal Queen. So shout out there for having one of your previous sisters come back. I think somebody has a question. Do you have a question?
Actually, somebody doesn't have a question, but based off the topic point that you're talking about,
yeah,
the mother's actually tuned in with her daughter, and they're listening in on this right now.
Oh, awesome. So mother, I just got word that the mother, the adoptive mother here, has actually tuned in to this live. So thank you, U-Turn, for pointing that out. Yeah, so we got to go out there, and basically we connected with them through that source, and we found out that this little girl was turning 11 years old, and the adoptive mother did a selfless thing by, stepping in and, providing love to this little girl. And she was worried about not being able, because finances are hard for everybody right now. And she went above and beyond to give this girl a loving home. But she was stressing about being able to provide a birthday for this little girl. And anyways, we heard about it. We're like, hey, let's jump in. Let's tackle this. Let's do this. We can absolutely take care of this. And what happened was, we immediately got a hold of our Eternal Queens, got them involved. They were able to do what they do so well. I'm super happy to have them a part of our family. And they were able to go and shop. They purchased over $200. I believe it was just about $200, if not a little over $200, of gifts. And they were able to get that organized for us, which was awesome. They also were able to go out, and they found out that there was this little girl, her favorite cake is chocolate cake. So they were able to actually custom order a chocolate cake for this little girl. And we were able to actually deliver all this to her this past weekend on motorcycles. So a group of us went out there on motorcycles. We did have a cage with us, chase car that was loaded with the gifts, so that we can go out and make this exchange happen. And, I think it's insane. It's a beautiful thing. They were super happy for, everything, super, super happy and excited. I mean, I think the adoptive mom sent a text, if I remember correctly, to the effect of even being in tears over it. And that's where the donations that you guys provide, and the support that you guys provide, our sponsors provide, our members and Eternal Kings provide, and our members and Eternal Queens provide. That's where the resources go to helping, little girls and little boys who maybe wouldn't have a birthday, right? Maybe they would get bullied at school because they didn't have a birthday, didn't get birthday presents, or maybe they didn't get an Easter basket, or maybe they didn't get a, presents on Hanukkah or presents on Christmas, or maybe the family couldn't provide the meal for Thanksgiving so that their family could sit down and give thanks for the things that they do have in life. So we're able to step in and fulfill that need and de-stress. I always tell people, they say, what is de-stress? And I say, man, it's a powerful thing. When you can actually be a part of a movement that de-stresses a mom, a dad, a adoptive mom, an adoptive dad, a grandma, a grandpa, a cousin, a sister, a brother, whoever it is who is trying to give these kids a better life. Yeah.
Harmony
Yeah.
is watching as well and is smiling and says thank you.
Yeah, I just got word too. I don't know if you heard that. Killswitch was reading off a message. Harmony actually is watching this live. Shout out to you, Harmony. I hope you had an amazing birthday yesterday. It was your official birthday. I know we made the delivery a little early. But I do hope that you had a spectacular birthday and that you love every single gift that you got. Give your adopted mom a big hug. Tell her, give her lots of love. She's an amazing person. I had one interaction with her. I can tell she's an amazing person. So please respect your adopted mom there. Let her know that she's going to go above and beyond, or that you're going to go above and beyond to be a good girl for her, because super important. It's hard to be a parent. But yeah, that's where these things go. And we've now helped 45 kids through just that Hope for the Holiday program. So the money's not wasted, folks. I mean, right now we're sitting at $3,690 raised on a $4,500 goal, and we've lost some momentum. And I want to encourage anybody listening. I mean, this isn't a thing where I get on and beg. Like, that's not what it is. We're going to make it happen regardless. But I do want to encourage, those that tune into this live, if you can give 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever it is, please do so. Hop onto the website, eternalkingsms.com, and drop a donation. I mean, you could do it on a one-time base. You could do it on a monthly base where every month you give. If you're a business owner, we can put your logo on our website and put a backlink to help you get more search engine optimization traffic. We're not a big organization, but we can dang sure make sure that every single live or what have you, that you get mentioned in our sponsor list. And we can hopefully help you get better clients or more clients while you are helping us reach the goal of helping all these kids. So, and that's for our Hope for the Holidays. So again, thank you for everything. Thank you, Harmony. Thank you, Harmony's adopted mom, for allowing us the ability to step in. That's the greatest gift of all of this, is the ability to be able to do that. So thank you for that. And that's one thing, Motorcycle Society, I get all the time. I get the question, what is a motorcycle society? What's the difference? For us, society means inclusive, right? Yeah, the definition of motorcycle society, motorcycle club are interchangeable. Fine. Okay. They're both an organization or club formed for a particular purpose. Sure. Motorcycle clubs go out and do charity all the time. Totally understand that. That's fine. I'm not hating on them. They have their mission. They have their vision. They do what they do. We are a motorcycle society that is free of ego, free of pride. We wear our patches on the front of our cuts. We have Eternal Queens, who are a social club / support unit that follows that same trend, that same motto. But we wear the society word in Motorcycle Society, just to remind every single one of our organization that is our ultimate goal, that our brotherhood, that our sisterhood, that our family is set up on the premise of being inclusive with society. So I think that's the biggest and best way that I can answer that question. But yeah. So moving on, let me talk a little bit about, some of our other programs. We have our Fresh Start Youth program that many of you have heard me mention. We are looking to, find a couple people that we can put through high school. We have an awesome partnership with Penn Foster Education, or Penn Foster EDU. It's a nationally and regionally accredited program out of Pennsylvania. It's 100% online. Tuition is something like $1,300. We will step in and we will actually cover the cost of tuition for individuals 18 to 26 years of age who are in group homes, foster homes, or juvenile corrections at some point in their young life. We do that for a reason. We do it because one of our original founders was put into a group home at a young age. We do that because one of our members and original founders got to experience what juvenile hall was like. We do that because some of our founders went through, and most of our members went through at some point in their life a period of time where things weren't easy. And we know that people that were in group homes, from talking to people, from being a part of it, that people that were in group homes, foster homes, or juvenile corrections, they may have made bad choices to lead them there, or maybe they made no choices of their own doing. Maybe their parents made bad choices. But those homes sometimes aren't the best. They're not the most conducive environments for them to actually get a high school diploma. So now they get up, they're in adulthood, they got a family, or maybe they're just trying to support themselves and they're struggling. And maybe a high school diploma would give them a path. That's what it's about, guys. A path, guys and gals. Maybe that'll give them a path forward in life to where they can actually go to college. Or maybe it'll give them a path forward where they can get into sales, because maybe the job that they want requires a high school diploma. So it can lead to more financial success perhaps in their life. Maybe they can go in the military and support this great nation. Shout out to every veteran that tunes into this. Shout out to my brother who's behind me, who's a veteran. We love our veterans. You know, not every person in our organization is a veteran. We're not a veteran-specific organization or motorcycle society. But I will tell you, we love our veterans, right? We care about our veterans. So maybe they can become a member of the military, support this great nation, become a veteran, get veteran benefits, retire from the military, get a retirement, right? There's a lot of, they get a GI Bill. How about that? Go to college, get your college paid for. So there's so many things, because it is a tier 1 school that we partnered with, that this can lead these young minds, these young people down a path of. And it can literally have them look back 25, 50 years from now, and they can say, these men and women in the motorcycle community stepped in and gave me a hand up, not a handout. They gave me a hand up in life. And that hand up allowed me to get a attainable wage, or a wage that I was able to provide for my family. Maybe they were struggling to provide for their kids, and they were able to now provide for their kids better. We don't know. We don't know. Not a single sponsor in our organization knows the exact outcome of their contribution. You make your contribution with a loving heart, and you say, I want this contribution to go to a good cause. And for us, we say we want to encourage others to leave your mark, because we know that if we do that, that one simple act of kindness could create an endless ripple that it could go down to a kid that ends up curing cancer one day. And they got that there because, who knows, maybe they were able to go to college because of us, or, because of the contributions. We don't know. But anyways, Fresh Start Youth, check it out online. If you know anybody there that could be a part of it, that could benefit from that program, by all means, spread the word, reach out to us online through our website. And hold on one second. Let me see. Do we have more stuff?
No, you just accidentally tapped my phone.
Oh, sorry. I accidentally tapped the phone there. But yeah, and these are all live, uncut. We're just real. We're just letting you know what the updates, what the haps are. So thank you for tuning in. I mean, I might be boring. I might be funny to some. I don't know. I'm probably funny looking at least. But here's the thing, we do this with could I be doing something better with my Tuesday night? The answer to that question, most people would think, yeah. The answer to the question is no. Because if I can, in this conversation that I'm going to share on live, that I'm going to then share to Facebook, that might get shared with 2 or 3 or 4 other people, they might, without even me or my brothers or my sisters in our family knowing what they've done, they might encourage them to go create a charity. It might encourage them to give when they wouldn't. So why not? Right?
That actually happened, right?
That's happened before. Absolutely. So what I will say is that's our Fresh Start Youth program. We also have our Feeding the Homeless program. We're going to be doing that here soon. That's on the 5th of July, the first Saturday of the month. We'll be going out and we're going to be making about 140 burgers. It's going to be hot as heck. Nobody wants to be out there in that heat. But guess what? There's a whole bunch of homeless people that are hungry that are in that heat. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out there and we're going to meet them in the community where the need is. See, because the difference here with the Motorcycle Society, it's not about us, taking care of a need necessarily all the time. It's us actually going to meet the need where the need is, because maybe the needy can't come to us for help. Maybe they can't go to a food bank. Maybe they ain't got transportation. So we'll go meet them in the community and we'll make the meal and we'll serve them. And we get to do that. Great honor, at least probably like 4 to 5 times a year minimum. We go and do some food box prep over at St. Mary's and prepare food boxes. I know, shout out to AZ Backpack for Kids AZ. I know St. Mary's helps them to, be able to put together like a food pantry. And these are all just like connected tissue. These are just connected people that are in the community working together to make this world a better place, when this place can be a nasty place. It can, it can do some, think about it. What Rocky Balboa in the movie says, like, what, the world will beat you to your knees if you let it, and that's the reality. So we can't let it. We've got to rise above it. And I got some of the most amazing people in my organization on the Eternal King side and on the Eternal Queen side that help make that happen. I also got some of the most amazing followers on Facebook. I got some of the most amazing subscribers right here on YouTube. It's not very many. We just started, right? I've got some of the most amazing sponsors that help make this stuff happen. So, yeah, those are some of our programs that we got. And then I'll segue, right? What else we got going on? So for Thursday this week, the 26th, we got our mystery destination ride. So we're not asking anybody to get out and ride 50, 100, 150. Okay, maybe we are asking maybe 40, 50 miles, but we're not asking 200, 300 miles in the heat, right? We're not asking midday when the sun's up beating on you. We're saying, hey, come meet us on a Thursday night, 7:20. Pick a random destination, throw one in the hat, or if you don't have one, don't. But we're going to put whatever destinations on the spinning wheel, and we'll choose a random location off of that, and we'll go check it out. Maybe some of you have went to that location before. Maybe some of you haven't, but it's a unique opportunity for you to ride your motorcycle. It's a unique opportunity for you to break up the monotony of the work week, because most of us have day jobs, and, we bust our butt to bring home the bacon to make sure that we're taking care of our family, right? So it gives you a unique opportunity to do those things. And it also allows you to explore all through Phoenix. You're a member of the Phoenix community, Avondale, Goodyear, Surprise, what have you. But this gives you a unique opportunity to maybe find a place that you love that you've never been to before. I know I have. There's a place over off of by Arrowhead Mall. I forgot what it's called exactly, but I love the concept of the place, and I'll definitely go there again. And that's my bad for not remembering the name. But the place's menu is insane. You remember that place? What was that place called?
Which one?
Oh, the one where I had like every dinner option was available there.
Oh, you're talking about the place that had burgers, pizza, sushi, all that?
Yeah, what was that place called?
Oh, it's in the plaza over off of
It's right there by Arrowhead Harley, guys.
Yeah.
But guys and gals, but the thing is
Darn it, that's gonna irritate me.
we'll figure it out, and maybe we'll drop it in a comment or something later, but it's not important. The important thing is we got to, I never probably would have found that place. I probably never would have went there. But it got put on the wheel. And then all of a sudden we ended up going there. They had sushi, they had burgers, they had fries, they had all kinds of appetizers, they had steaks, they had literally, like, if you can think about it, they had like something for everybody. And I'm cool with having simple menus. I love the simple menus of like In-N-Out. I'm a big In-N-Out fan, right? I'm from California originally. I do like In-N-Out quite a bit. And I like the simplistic menu of that, like that, and Cane's and stuff. But I also think it's kind of cool when you bring a group of people to a restaurant like that literally has something for everybody. So, but I got to experience that because of the MDR. So if you get a chance, share, the flyers when you see them come across Facebook. Join us for an MDR. It's anywhere between, I think, 15 and 55 miles any one way that we ride. We've went out to Arlington, Arizona. We've went to Mesa, Tempe. We've kind of went all over the place with it. So we've been doing it for a little while now. And it's always hit or miss with how many people actually come out. And that's okay. We're a small organization. We're going to have fun regardless, right? So come out and join us when it comes to that. What else do we got? We got our car show coming up October 25th. So I do want to mention we have now, thanks to one of the people that actually met us previously a while back, a guy named Daniel Anderson. He's the guy, if you remember from one of our previous lives, that suggested doing a family-focused MDR one night. We did that. That was awesome. So thank you again, Daniel, for suggesting that. But he also connected us with a guy named Vinny. Vinny has built hot rods and lowriders. You know, I don't know exactly how many, but he's built them. So he's in that community. He's also been a judge both here and in Arizona and in California for hot rod shows and, you know, lowrider shows. So we're going to have Vinny as one of our 5 judges. So I just want to say shout out to Vinny. If you get a chance to tune into this, hopefully you do. Thank you for volunteering your time to come out there and, you know, be a judge, you know, for the car show. So we need 4 more judges. We're trying to make sure we have a judge for hot rod, a judge independently for lowrider, a judge for cruiser, a judge for sport bikes, and then a judge for like just a standalone judge to kind of mix it up a bit, right? Maybe a crowd favorite, someone that doesn't know everything about those types of vehicles. So if you're interested in being a judge for October 25th, we're going to start registering cars over on October 25th at about 10:30 a.m. We're going to start the judging at 3 p.m. and then we're going to announce the winner at 4 p.m. Everybody already knows it's $25. Let me see. Harmony says she's an In-N-Out fan too. Oh, well, that's awesome. Well, yeah, In-N-Out's amazing. I'm a big guy. You know, I go there. I used to get the 4x4, trying to drop some LBs. So I'm down to a 3x3. Hopefully I can lose enough LBs so I can drop to a 2x4, right? As in I can actually fit through a door without turning sideways. But big American Grill. Big's American Grill. Yeah, I don't think that one was it, Gypsy, but I appreciate it. It doesn't sound familiar. I might be wrong. And it's not Postino's either. I appreciate the suggestion there too. Thank you for that. Let's see. She goes, let's see. Stephanie says that place, I got to move the cursor here, was called Tailgaters. Nope, wasn't Tailgaters either. Try again. I guess we're playing a game of let's figure it out in the comments. But
Google.
Yeah, somebody Google it and let's figure it out that way. But no, but yeah, I mean, you know, there's a lot of hold on. We got a comment that says 2x2. She likes 2x2. Hey, I'm all good with the double, you know, like I'm good with the 2 meats, 2 cheeses. Keep it old school, keep it classic. So absolutely, Harmony, good choice there. I'm not an animal style, so hopefully you're not an animal style, and hopefully you make good choices on that, Harmony. Because I always say onions are from the devil. So if anybody's watching and they like onions, I'm sorry for your bad choices. But that's okay. I mean, you might like Fords too. You know. Anyways, let me stop dropping some insults here before I lose followers I don't have. She says Five Guys. Yeah, I mean, I like Five Guys, but the Five Guys burger joint. But the thing is with them is their fries aren't the greatest, right? The fries are not the greatest. So if they could step up the game on fries, I mean, you can't be a great burger joint without great fries. You heard it here first. I always say never trust a skinny chef. So if you're skinny and you're a chef, gain some pounds and then I'll trust you. Otherwise, I'm not eating at your establishment. I'm sorry for your luck. You'll probably go out of business in 3 years. I'm joking. I'm seriously joking. But no. Let's see. Someone said, hey, now in the comments, Trish. So, Maiden is in the comments. I just noticed that she's actually the one that said Postino's. Yeah, Maiden. No. I don't know. I don't know very many people that can burn the milk in a cereal bowl, but you probably could with all due respect. So we'll leave that there. By the way, that's supposed to be served cold if you weren't aware. Yeah. So what else we got? So car show October 25th. I'm glad we got some laughter in the background on this one because otherwise I'd be laughing by myself. Hopefully anybody tuning into this laughs a little bit. That's obviously the goal. We're going to get more comfortable with this and learn. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I will tell you, anybody that's in my circle knows that I've been in the motorcycle community a very long time. My family's been in the motorcycle community for a very long time. Yes, I believe it is called Headquarters. Yes, we finally found an answer. It's called Headquarters. And yes,
thank you, Skittles.
thank you, Skittles. They are the headquarters for a meal where you'd have a plethora of choices. So if you want that, go to Headquarters. They're right over there. If you are from Headquarters or you know somebody that works at Headquarters, tell the owner that he needs to donate now or she needs to donate now because it could be a guy or a gal. They should donate for us mentioning them today. But yeah, just joking. They're great food. A great little spot. It's pretty cool. But yeah, like I was saying, so we got the October 25th event. And then what else we have? We're going to have, we got the scavenger hunt coming up. So that's going to happen
in November, early, sometime December.
And then, yeah, and that's probably end of November, early December, like, Kill Switch mentioned there. So look for details coming soon from Eternal Queens about that. We also have, bikinis and baked goods. That's not for a while. That's going to be way out in, probably like in the spring of next year. But we're going to start promoting and advertising on and helping Eternal Queens get that out there. That's their event. That's not ours. But they're going to be hosting and doing that, which will be pretty awesome. I'm excited for bikinis and baked goods. It's a concept that's never been tested before. And like I was just getting ready to say a few minutes ago before I had a squirrel moment, even though I'm scared of squirrels. And before I had a squirrel moment there is, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, when this was founded along with the other founders, we set out to do this with a vision. That's it. So we're going to wing it. And we're going to wing it until we can figure out how to make it work. Right. Like I said, I've been in the motorcycle community a long time. My family's been in the motorcycle community a long time. My dad was in the motorcycle community. My uncle was in the motorcycle community. He still is in the motorcycle community. So this isn't new to me. The concept of the motorcycle community, the concept of motorcycle club, the concept of motorcycle society or riding club or organization or group, nothing but, if I had a hat, I'd say hats off to him. I can't say that. I don't got a hat on today, but I will say, my respect goes out to anybody doing this. I mean, most people don't realize how hard it is to be a part of something like this, and actually to give back to the community, to give back to your brothers, to give back to your sisters, to try to make a difference. So if it's a path that you think you might want to be a part of so you can have people to ride with, I will tell you what we do is a way of life. I don't care what other people do. What we do is a way of life. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. And they weren't following along. They were looking at comments. That's okay. I dropped the ball on that one. But anyways, yeah, it will be worth it, folks. So as far as anything else that we have going on, nothing to mention right now. I mean, updates for the car show is really just that we got that first judge, huh?
Community service.
Yeah, I talked about community service on the 5th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we talked about that. We have community service. If you want to get active on it and you want to come serve food with us, if you're in the motorcycle community, great. If you're not in the motorcycle community, come serve anyway. Don't matter, right? We did extend the first offer on the Motorcycle Safety Foundation program. So we're going to be doing, for those of you that weren't tuned in before, 1 to 2 times a year, we're going to be paying for the tuition for that. We did extend the first offer to that. And it hasn't been accepted yet, but we have had further conversations with that person because there was some more questions that arose from it. And I'm hoping that we're able to actually follow through and make that happen for this individual. This individual is a person that has a servant's heart already. He's already doing community service. He's 19 years old. He hasn't had the easies of life. He was in a very bad car accident at a young age. And I'll leave the details out. That's his business. But what I will say is we hope that we're able to actually help him out and help him create a passion for riding motorcycles. And maybe he becomes an Eternal King one day. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he comes out and just does community service with us. Who knows? Maybe he does none of it. That's not what it's about. It's about creating more riders, getting more people in the community, showing people the beauty of riding, you know, things like that. So, yeah, I mean, that's about all I got for you. We've went over our typical 30-minute mark. But please like, share, follow, donate, comment on our pages, comment on our posts, get active, get engaged with the conversations. It'll help us to reach a bigger audience. It'll help us to, you know, take in more donations that we can put back in. I will leave you with this. 100% of the donations that go through our organization are separate from any organizational thing that we do when it comes to our members. We have our own travel savings fund that's set up for that kind of stuff. But 100% of those resources and donations go out to our programs and program expenses to make what we do possible. We don't have an operating house or location, or as we call it, castle yet. Yeah, sure. Eventually we would like to have some added resources by having a building that we can, you know, maybe house some donations and things. Cause we get people all the time that are like, hey, you know, we'd like to donate this or that to help you reach these families. And maybe it's a bicycle, or maybe it's a gift, or, you know, things that would be great for stocking stuffers. Right now, we don't have that. In time, I can foresee us having that. But one thing that I will tell you is we will 100% always use the resources to the fullest extent to help the programs that we have, and those people that benefit directly from those programs. So thank you all for tuning in. Please like, share, comment, you know, do all that, get engaged with the conversation, getting engaged with everything we do. Have a good night. Oh, did you have anything else?
I had something to go ahead and say. Make sure you like, I've been finding out this a lot. Make sure you like and share these videos. It helps us go ahead and reach out a lot more, especially here on YouTube. Hit the bell so that way you don't miss out one of these lives. Okay. That right there will go ahead and notify you to go ahead and make sure that you're not missing out on any of these videos. That's the only thing I wanted to go ahead and add in on that.
Perfect. Thank you. Did you have anything else back there?
I'm good. You guys hit all the nails.
All right. Perfect. Well, have a good night, y'all.